We've been a band for over 20 years. We've been to some amazing places. We've met incredible people. It's been a huge gift to us, and because of that, we've always felt the need to give something back.
Many people have started charities, and it seems like that they had something that happened to them personally in their lives to spark them to want to go out and to do more. We want to take you behind the scenes to some of these events and some of these charities. We want to introduce you to these celebrities and the heart that they put into giving back to their communities. We want you to feel the pulse. We want you to hear the heartbeat. Ken, today, our guest is the guy with the best hair in the music industry.
I know exactly who you mean when you say that. It's got to be Matt Nathanson.
It is Matt Nathanson. Matt! What's happening, buddy?
Matty Boombalatti.
I thought you were going to talk about Richard Marx. Great hair.
He did. He cut most of the best part of his hair off.
I asked him to save it. I asked him to save it for me, man.
Ken and I know that you're involved in a lot of different charity organizations, and you're always eager to give your time for anything that's kind of a worthy cause. But today we wanted to focus on one of those, and we know that you've been involved recently with something called the Sidewalk Project. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'd been doing these live streams and raising money in each live stream for a different organization, and they've mostly been for houseless organizations, right? People that live on the street. It's focused on Skid Row in Los Angeles, and then they've partnered with other groups in Las Vegas and San Diego and Orange County, in Arizona. And the idea being, did they go down to the encampments,
meet people where they are,
and they meet people where they are, and they show them that they're seen, and they bring them food, and they bring them things that they need, and they communicate, and everybody involved has a stake in it in some way, whether they have a relative who lives on the street or whether they have been in recovery, they're in recovery themselves. Yeah. They're, and it's like, they're in service of these folks. Right. And what's amazing for me is that in the past, raising any money at all for a charity, it's appreciated, you see it do its job. But when a charity is so changed by $5,000 or $10,000 because they're so small and they're so boots on the ground, it's like there's this incredible moment. And this Sidewalk Project is growing. Like, again, I'm no expert in their whole thing. I've only been on 4 or 5 of their meetings, but they're this ever evolving organism, changing and growing and including the government and starting. They have, last week someone came on and talked about mental health. She's a member of the Sidewalk Project, but she works in the mental health field in California, like going and dealing with people, and like having her educate us. There's for me, charity work has always felt like there's been a bit of a distance between it, and then being involved with these folks and seeing how committed and how passionate they are about being in service. It blows my mind.
What are some of the other charities you've been involved with and are involved with?
Way back, Starkey was the first one that I really involved myself with. They're a hearing aid company, and they do, they kind of travel the world. The man who started the company, instead of retiring, has sort of travels the world and gives hearing aids away to people that can't hear. So they set up, awesome. They go to all across the globe all the time. We did the Homeless Youth Alliance was one. And then SF Hospitality House was another. Both deal with people on the street here in San Francisco. We did those during the live streams. And Feed the Line was a group that you pay restaurants, and then the restaurants make food and then give the food away to frontline workers. So that was sort of a great. There's just so many. But yeah, of all the ones that I've ever been, the Sidewalk Project is the one I've never been this closely involved. And again, like the idea that you can, like, you give someone who's hungry a sandwich. There's such a direct, like, yeah, that makes total sense. Like that's
hungry. I can fix that problem.
Yes.
Easily.
Yeah. Because the problems are so deep and systemic. And so it's like, so anything that, and that's what's so great about this, is that they're trying to deal on the systemic end, but at the same time, they're just showing up to Skid Row or to the encampments in Las Vegas or San Diego and
you're building trust through consistency, Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever. If you're hungry or you're scared, you're in an unsafe environment, it's all those things. If you don't meet some of those basic needs, you're not moving forward. You're either
can't.
in neutral or sliding back.
And that's why something like the Sidewalk Project is so appealing to me, because it's like, it's not about the big win. It's about these sort of incremental movements forward in order to sort of alleviate suffering in people that maybe aren't capable of doing it themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We live a fortunate life. Like, privilege is a word that gets thrown around a lot and people get real bent out of shape about it, but we are privileged. And like, the thing that people don't realize is that we're all one click away from being that person that we don't pay attention to. It's this crazy idea that it's them and us.
No,
And,
I completely agree.
and the Sidewalk Project has taught me through this that it like really isn't them, or it's like there's things you can control and things you can't control. And it's like, you have to show up for people as if they were you and how you would want to be treated in that.
Absolutely.
100%.
Man, we'll put up some information on people for how they can check out the Sidewalk Project, and if there's any ways for them to contribute one way or another, we'll throw up some information about that. While we've got you, man, and I don't know if you're up for it or not, but would you mind playing a song?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
You don't think you can't?
Imagine. I don't think I can't.
Yeah.
I didn't
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt
Mr.
Nathanson.
Matt Nathanson.
This time I'll be sailing, no more bailing boats for me. I'll be out here on the sea, just my confidence and me. And I'll be awful sometimes, weak unto my knees, but I'll learn to get by a little victory. And this time, oh, this time, I'll have no fear. I'll be standing strong and tall, turn my back towards them all. And I'll be awful sometimes, weak unto my knees, but I'll learn to get by. Yeah, I'll learn to get by on a little victory. And if the world decides to catch up with me, it's a little victory. It's a little victory.
Sweet. Matt Nathanson, man, that is awesome, dude.
Fun. Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
Can you play something good now?
Yeah, hold on. I'm on a shell. Where
I
would
gave it up.
be when I stop wondering why?
He's done it. He nails it.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate you being here, dude.
It was great seeing half of you.
Yeah. You already knew this?
Yes.
Well, why did you let me do
Because I
that?
thought he had a different one.
Okay.
This is incredible. I worked on the movie Jaws,
This is incredible.
and that shark didn't even work, and that film went smoother than this.
Yes.